messianic and its thrust, and some of the psalms point to the coming of the Messiah. And some songs simply gives a chorus of praise to the Almighty Creator. And according to superscriptions, which is not part of the inspired text, but nevertheless is very ancient, it is a song of David. There's no reason to question David's authoritativeship of this 103 Psalms. More, if you read that Psalms, just, this is for my seminarians, just the tone of the document. You know, you ever just read somebody writing? That's right. Yeah. And said that just sounds like that. David had a tone to his writing. Matter of fact, you could tell what was going on with David. Every time he wrote something. If David was mad at his enemies, David would say some crazy stuff like we do. Let their children become vagabonds. Y'all like y'all ain't been to church. David would say some crazy stuff. If you listen to David, when David was going through a crisis, you hear him saying some stuff like, the Lord is my shepherd. David obviously knew something about being broke. He says, I shall not want. Oh, Lord have mercy. David being a shepherd boy with a kingly life, perhaps he had, perhaps for Psalms 103, if you read it correctly, you will find that David now is going through a crisis in which he needed some deliverance. Can I ask you a question? I know you're on your way somewhere, but I need to ask you before you go. You ever been in a crisis? Where you needed God to show? I ain't gonna talk to this side. Let me go over here. Anybody over here been through a crisis where you needed God and couldn't nobody help you? I ain't ready to go there. And the question is, you know, the question is, how do I get some relief? How do I break free? Why am I punishing myself? How do I break free of my own self-condemnation? How do I stop living with my own remorse? How do I forgive myself? Sometimes the problem ain't so much you forgiving others. What about when you gonna forgive yourself? Let me talk to the messed up crowd. You struggling with bondage this morning. And guess what? You've been coming to this church for 14 years. And you ain't forgave yourself yet. Ain't no sense of you putting me on it, no. I know I'm on your road. At some point in your life, you got to stop and learn how to forgive yourself. Come on. You ain't always just holy. You But you got to forgive yourself. You remember when folk talked about you? And guess what? Everything they said about you wasn't always untrue. Church to preach this. Some stuff, I preach when I get to Houston. And some stuff folks said about you, if you wasn't doing it today, you just did it yesterday. If you didn't do it yesterday, you was on your way to it. And if you wasn't on your way to it, you thought about it. Some of you babies in here, you didn't do some stuff because you didn't have enough money. Some of you in here, you didn't do some stuff because you couldn't get there quick enough. Somebody was blocking you. So I need to ask my question. I'm on my way out of here. How can I hold on to the bondage whom when God has already forgiven? I got somebody in here, guess what? Lie that you getting ready to get a release in this place. God has already forgiven you. And the reason why some of you babies cannot forgive yourself is because you worry about going back to doing the same stuff that you've been doing all the time. I need to ask some questions, and I'm going to deal with my benefits. What characteristics those who cannot forgive themselves? There are some characteristics, and I got a church full of folk in here. And this morning, guess what? You've been struggling. I know y'all want me to talk about the Lord to make a way. I ain't got Lord to make a way on my mind. I got this on my mind. Come on, help me here. You should have went to bed last night. The worst thing in the world is self-punishment. One sign of an unforgiving spirit is desire that the one who did wrong would be punished. Now everybody in here that I do know, and some of y'all I don't know by name, but there's very few, you got a short list of folk that you wish you could punish. Lord have mercy. And decide to hold it this moment. Anybody over here got a short list of folk that, if I can just tell them a piece of my mind. Matter of fact, I ain't got to do nothing to them. If they can just see me right about now. I got a couple of you babies that go to this Precious Zion. That when you get that little hot dog bun in your forehead, everybody know what you're talking about. And I got a couple of babies in here, and you don't need to send them. You got a look that tell the story. Can I get a witness? Let me go back over here. Let me find some of my older saints. When Mama, Ron, you came out of South Memphis, and when Mama wanted to tell you something, and she had some company, and you came flying through the room, she didn't have to say nothing. All she needed to do was just look at you, and you knew what time it was. Lord have mercy. She didn't have to tell you nothing. Lord have mercy. I need to get out of here. And another thing I want to tell you, the reason why we cannot forgive ourselves is because of avoidance. Human beings are masters at attempting to escape their guilt without actually dealing with it. Some try to demand their feelings by means of unholy, excessive behaviors that gives them some relief. And I got some folk in here right now, guess what? You struggling with forgiving yourself and you're running away from it. And let me show you how I know you're running away from it. And you let the alcohol take the place. You let drugs and I look at you. I got a couple folks already, and you done put a pen into my. I ain't been drinking, Reverend. That ain't me. I ain't never done no drugs, man. And look at you with your overeating self. You can't push back from the chocolate cake. I mean, you can't leave the banana putting it on fried chicken. Oh, Lord. I know you're in here. I got some shopaholics in here. They're shop when they broke. No, they ain't got no money. Entertainment. Sexual affairs. And we run from dealing with the problem that we have. Anybody here ever found yourself running in the opposite direction? Matter of fact, it's difficult for you to deal with some stuff because it's painful when you cut some stuff off. Let me find somebody here. I know y'all ain't always been saved, so I can talk to you now. You ever had a sin you like? Yeah. Thank you, brother. I got a couple brothers in here. You ever had a sin that it called your name and you called it back? The line wasn't busy, neither was it. Good God from Zion. And I don't like to preach that some of these folks too holy for me. And you sit here trying to act like you've been good all your life. But I come to tell you, if it had not, I'm ready to get out of here. If it had not been for the Lord on your side, where would you be? Guess what? If it had not been for the Lord on your side, you would have gave up a long time ago. Y'all sit down for me. I want to get somebody close to me and say amen after a while. Thank God for Jesus. And y'all working me too hard. I ain't got no business working. Not this hard. God knows God. And the next thing I want to talk about is sometimes we can't forgive ourselves because we feel unworthy. Did I go there? And all Satan wants you to feel like you ain't good enough to overcome. And all Satan wants you to feel like you can't come out of what you are in. I got some folk in here that are sure to thank God for deliverance. Guess what? If the Lord had never delivered you and you've been a jailbait a long time ago, you should have been in New Park Cemetery. Thank God for deliverance. Y'all still know I got about 15 black Baptist preachers with it. Let me move on down there. Good God from Zion. I hope I ain't got to preach no way today. I ain't got no more voice to preach this one. And you need to understand, in many times you can just feel so unworthy. Well, look, y'all acting too